Well, y'all, first of all, I'm hungry. I've been cleaning up the sidewalk and all that this afternoon. I waited till it cooled off to do it. But you know what? I bumped my nose again. This time I was getting a bowl out of the cabinet over here, and I grabbed one, and the one above it or below it fell, and it hit my nose. And it was one of the white bowls. I mean, look at that. I'm determined to get a black nose or black eye. I mean, look at that right there. It was almost in the same spot that I hit it before. It hurt too. Oh my God. It was one of these bowls. And it hurt. That's a hard bowl. But anyway, I've got about a cup and a half of these veggie noodles that I'm going to cook. Because I think by the time they cook, they're going to make me 2 cups of cooked noodles. I'm hoping. Because I'm going to use this 1.5 quart Pyrex baking dish for my casserole. I'm going to heat my oven to 400. Okay, I'm going to come over here. I've got my milk. I've got my chicken soup. I've got my peas. Now you can use frozen peas if you want. I'm just using a can of peas. Well, it's a can of carrots and peas combined. I started out on the other side, y'all. I've ended up over here. Now, I'm hoping I'll get 2 cups of pasta by the time it's cooked. I don't want too much more than that. That's for sure. Now, I'm going to go ahead and open my peas. And I am going to drain them. I don't want all that liquid in it, because I'm adding my own liquid. Now, if you prefer, you can put about a cup of frozen peas in here, but I wanted carrots and peas in mine. So I'm just putting 1 can of sweet peas and carrots, y'all. I've got a can of tuna fish that I've already drained the water off of. And I made the fur babies night because they got all that tuna water, which they love. Now the full recipe calls for 2 cans of this. But I'm only going to put 1 can in there because I'm trying to make a smaller casserole. I don't want one quite as big. So we'll see. And I've got a can of cream of chicken soup. Now you can use cream of mushroom if you like. I'm allergic to the mushrooms, so I stay away from using mushrooms. I don't know, this may be too small a bowl. By the time I get everything in there. Oops. Now, it calls for about a half a cup of milk, but you know what? Like I said, I'm cutting it down. So I'm only putting a fourth of a cup of milk in there. I think that'll be plenty. Now, if you have pimento, you can chop that up and put it in here. Totally up to you. This might be another one of those dishes that I put a pan under. And I'm also going to add a little bit of garlic salt. I'm going to put about a tablespoon of butter. I can get it off of here. I get it in there, the noodles will melt that butter. I've got a little bit of mozzarella cheese I'm going to put in there. It's about a quarter of a cup. And I've got a little bit of quesadilla cheese. I don't want to put too much in there. Like I said, I may have to get me a bigger casserole dish. I'm going to save this for later. I'm done with the quesadilla. I'm done with the milk. We can put that away. Now, I'm also, what did I do with my, oh, here they are. This time I'm going to use some Ritz crackers. I'm just going to break them up. You only need probably 3 or 4 Ritz crackers. Pretty much break them up with your fingers. Because I don't need a whole bunch of breadcrumbs. But I'm using the Ritz crackers from breadcrumbs this time. I gotta check on my pasta. Get Get over here and cool it off. I'll set my breadcrumbs aside. I don't know, it says use a 1.5 quart, and this is what this is, but it doesn't look like it's going to be big enough to hold all this. It might be. I'll probably put something under it to keep this, whatever spills out the top from coming over. Okay, let's see if I can get, because this is 2 cups, y'all. Well, no, half of this is 2 cups. I can always make me some mac and cheese with my leftover pasta. If I have too much. That is 2 cups of pasta right there. Put it in there and mix it all up with your other ingredients, your soup, your tuna. I might put another see if I can drain this off. Well, that'll be a little bit too much to go in there, I think. We'll drain it off and see. I think it'll work. I think it'll work. So I may have a little over two cups of cooked pasta. But stir it up good. And that hot pasta will melt the cheese in there. I gotta taste it before I put it in the oven. That's gonna be good. I am gonna do my standby where I put my casserole dish in a pan just in case it boils over on me. Now we're going to put it in there for 20 minutes. I will bring you back in 20 minutes. All right, well, my timer went off. So we're going to check on our casserole. It's browning nicely, but we're not finished with it yet. We got to stir it up. It's looking good. Now I've got a little bit of butter. I'm going to put in my breadcrumbs, or my cracker crumbs, that is. I'm just going to work it in because I didn't get it all melted. And as you may have noticed, I've put several different cheeses in there. I put mozzarella, I put quesadilla cheese. Now I'm going to put some cheddar on top. Not much. I'm using up what little bits I had in my bowls, my packages. But you can put whatever cheese you have on hand, whatever cheese you like. I'm just going to kind of sprinkle my breadcrumbs. Now all these different cheeses, they're optional. It's totally up to you. And I'm going to put just a little bit of grated Parmesan on the top. Just because I like Parmesan. And now we're going to put it right back in the oven. And we're going to cook it for another 5 minutes until the top crust is browned. So I will set my timer again. I'm going to set it for 5 minutes, but I'll probably check on it, before then. And I've got breadcrumbs on top of the stove. And like I said, the way we have ants around here, you don't want to leave crumbs of any kind left around on anything. But I got my timer set for 5 minutes, and we'll bring you back in 5 minutes. Well, it's about time for my timer to go off. think it's plenty brown enough. It's been in there way over 5 minutes. But it looks good, y'all. Tuna casserole, that's dinner tonight. And I'm hungry. I am really hungry. Go ahead and turn my oven off. And as usual, I make a mess. But I gotta get me a fork to eat with. Tuna casserole, y'all. Hot tuna casserole. Y'all take a bite. Go ahead, don't be shy. Dear Lord, bless this food I'm about to eat. Bless all the YouTubers out there watching. Bless my friends and family. Bless everybody in need of prayer. And bless this food I'm about to eat. Amen. This is good. And I don't know why it calls for 2 cans of tuna. 2 cans of tuna would be way too much tuna fish in this for me. I like just 1 can. But that's winter. Come over here and let you see a close-up. There's my plate. Don't that look good? And there is my casserole. So easy to fix, and it's so good. And that was a 1.5 quart casserole dish. Was just right to hold it all. Y'all, this tuna casserole is so good. It's almost gone. I mean, it's, well, not quite half gone, but look, there's a big bunch of it been eaten out of there. That tells you how good this is. Y'all fix you some. I think you'd be glad you did.